Welcome, students. Today we will discuss on economics made exam with answer for freshman students. So all we will discuss on it. So don't forget subscribing, liking my channel so-called Ali Science Tube. First instructions, choose the best answer from suggested. ትክክለኛውን ጥያቄ ያዘው ሌተር ምረጥ የሚል ነው። አንደኛ ጥያቄ the choice of proportions of labor, capital and type of technology used to produce a commodity refers to the questions of means ከኢኮኖሚክስ ፕሮብሌም ኩዌሽንስ 3 አሉ ከነሱ የቱ ነው የሚለውና ኤ what to produce, b for whom to produce, c how to produce, d where to produce, e b and d. So the answer should be c how to produce. Let us see explanation ስናይ ደግሞ how to produce ጥያቄው የኢኮኖሚክስ ጥያቄዎች የምንለው ኩዌሽኖች ፕሮብሌሞች ሶስት አሉ። እነሱም how to produce, what to produce እና for whom to produce ነው ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ problem of choice of technology or techniques የምንለው how to produce ነው። this technique can be labor and capital intensive ቴክኒኮች የያዘ ነው ማለት ነው። What to produce, it is a problem of allocation of resource. Means it implies that every economy must be decide which type of goods and in what quality are to be produced በሚለው ላይ የሚያተክር ነው ማለት ነው። For whom to produce is a problem of distribution of national product. የተመረተውን እንዴት ለህብረተሰቡ እናቀርባለን የሚለው ነው ማለት ነው። So the answer is must be how to produce. The second question, which of the following is true about circular flow of economic activity? Economic activity ጋራ circular flow አለ። ያ circular flow ጋራ የሚሄደው እውነት የሆነ የት ነው? Okay, A, how households buy goods and service in product market. B, household incur expenditure in factor market. C, firms represent demand side in factor market. D, A and C are answer. E, none of the above. So the answer must be D. A and C are answer. Let us see explanation. In circular flow of economic activity, circular flow of economic activity, household buy goods and service in product market, whereas firms sell goods and service in product market. Again, firms incur expenditure in market and factor market, whereas household include expenditure in product market. Again, firms represent demand side in factor market and supply side in product market, whereas household are on side supply side on factor market and demand side on product market. ስለዚህ ከዚህ ጥሩ እንትን ሌላ ጥያቄ ሊወጣ ስለሚችል ኤክስፕላኔሽን በጣም ይጠቅማቸዋል ማለት ነው። So the answer should be D. And C answer. ሶስተኛ ጥያቄ the third question, the production possibility frontal is downward sloping and concave to the origin. This implies A, the concept of choice and scarcity. B, the opportunity cost of a given commodity increases. C, there is specialization in input. D, all of the above. E, A and B are answer. So the answer should be B, the opportunity cost of a given commodity ይሆናል ማለት ነው። Let us explanation. In production facility frontal, there are three described important concepts. ሶስት ነገሮቹ ኮንሰፕቱ በፕሮዳክሽን ፋሲሊቲ ፍሮንተር ዲስክራይብ የሚሆኑ ስሪ ኮንሰፕቶች በጣም ኢምፖርታንት ይሆናሉ ማለት ነው። አንደኛ the concept of opportunity cost. This is when economic produce on production possibility frontier is reflected by downward sloping, and the concept to origin is the opportunity cost concept. The second one is the concept of scarcity. This is the size when society cannot have a limited amount of outputs, even if it is employs all of its resources and utilizes them in the best possible way. The third concept is the concept of choice. Any movement along the curve indicates change in the choice. So the answer should be B, the concept or the opportunity cost of a given commodity increase. Okay, the first question is a capitalist system is characterized by what? A, the price mechanism and existence of negative externalities. B, coexist of state and private property ownership. C, income distribution by government. D, balanced economic growth. E, none. The answer should be A, the price mechanism and existence of negative externality የሚለው ብቻ ነው ማለት ነው። የካፒታሊስት ሲስተም ፊቸር የሆነው ማለት ነው። Let us explanation. Features of capitalist economy some የሆኑትን ነው። The price mechanism and existence of negative externalities feature of capitalist economy. Another is minor role of government and freedom of choice by consumers is again features of capitalist economy. The right of private property, profit motive and competition also the features of capitalist economy. Whereas coexistence of the state and the private property ownership is the feature of mixed economy, and the balanced economic growth is the feature of command economy, and the income redistributions by the government is the feature of command economy again. So the answer should be A, the price mechanism and existence of negative externality is the features of capitalist economy. Question number 5. Decrease in input price and the advancement of technology. A, will shift the demand curve inward. B, will shift the supply curve to the right. C, will shift the supply curve to the left. D, will shift the demand curve outwards. E, none. The answer should be B. Let us see explanation. A decrease in input price causes an increase in supply of the products, which is represented by the rightward shift of supply curve. Likewise, an increase in price of inputs cause a decrease in supply of the product, which is represented by leftward shift of the supply curve. So the answer should be B. It will shift supply curve to the right. To subscribe my channel, don't forget subscribing it. If question number 6, if X is a normal good and the average income of consumer of the commodity X increase, what will happen to equilibrium price and quantity of X centuries per hours? A, equilibrium price increase while quantity decrease. B, both equilibrium price and quantity increase. C, equilibrium price decrease while quantity increase. D, both equilibrium price and quantity decrease. E, none. The answer should be B. Let us explanation. With increase in price of the substitute